The Freelancers tea break is back. I feel like I have to apologise for such a delay. It was one of those classic things of I thought I'd take a week off and that turned into a month. And now we're a couple of months down the line and I haven't done a podcast in ages and I really miss it. I am currently in the middle of a batching challenge with Dara Charlotte Paddy. So it's called Batch Like a Bitch. And yeah, it's all about batching all your content for all of the summer. So I have lots of podcasts planned and I will be back on a weekly basis recording podcasts for you. So although I haven't been podcasting a lot, I have been doing lots of other things behind the scenes. The biggest one being the virtual freelance lifestyle summit that I ran last month for National Freelancers Day. This was an entire day full of some amazing guest speakers talking about everything from funnels to starting your own virtual assistants business. What else did we have? Leah Rice spoke about social media. Dara, whose challenge I'm doing, did a brilliant one about creating content that will sell your stuff without getting that sort of ick factor. We had Ruby Maguire talking about manifesting. We had Catherine Morgan answering questions about money, and she did a great video as well on investing. We had so many. I'll put all the details below because it's all now saved in the Life Stash, which is, if you're new here, my monthly membership for freelancers. Anyway, all that aside, I wanted to share some things I learned from doing my very first virtual summit because I was quite nervous and it seemed like a big, overwhelming, scary thing to do. But actually, it was surprisingly simple, surprisingly stress-free. I didn't have to spend a lot of money doing it. And I, in the end, had 120 people sign up, which, considering I didn't use Facebook ads or anything like that, I was really, really happy with. So I thought you'd take you through the 10 steps that I took to run a virtual summit in case you're thinking of doing the same. So number 1, choose a date. Now this was really easy. I just chose National Freelancers Day. So you could look for the National Awareness Days or just choose a date that works for you. I only really started organising it a month before. I got the idea when I went to Elevate, an event run by Gemma Went, and someone suggested it and I kind of flew from there. So it only took me less than a month to organise. The second thing I did was I reached out to the speakers that I wanted to bring on board. Now I had 8, which was perfect for a 1-day summit, but if you want, or if you can sign up more, you could do a 2 or 3-day event. The next thing I did was I created a Facebook pop-up group, which is just a normal group that will only be up temporary. So there are plenty of other platforms you can use. And one that kind of stood out to me as an option that I might upgrade to next year was Podia, which allows you to do lots of extra stuff. But Facebook's free. It was nice and easy. Everybody could access it really easily. So it was kind of a no-brainer for me. Third thing was creating a sales page. I just used my WordPress site and I have something called the Elementor page editor, which sounds like a Harry Potter thing, but it's a really nice drag and drop page editor and they had sales page templates and things like that. So I just use that, but you can just create a normal WordPress page or a page on your website as long as you have the sign up form somewhere on there, and the sign up form will just be a mailing list where you can remind them about the event coming up, and also if you're going to do anything like a printable workshop or anything like that, printable workbook, you can add all of that. Now I did have it it was a free event for anyone to turn up to, and then the replays were available for 24 hours. And after that, I added everything to my Life Stash. So people had the option of having all of it for free and joining us live or catching up in the 24 hours afterwards. Or they could buy the Life Stash, which has a whole bundle of other stuff in there, like other expert interviews, templates, courses to get started as a freelancer, courses on confidence, pitching, loads of different things. They could buy that as well, but I still wanted to make it available free for those that could attend live. So creating a sales page was step 4. Number 5 is, as I use Teachable, I was also able to send out affiliate links to all the speakers. So if they wanted to share it for the live stash, they could do that. That's not essential, but for me, it was quite useful, and Teachable makes that really easily. Then, number 6, promotion. I promoted it to my email list, social media channels, and the speakers also shared it on their channels as well. The day before, I released a schedule for the day along with the social media links of all the speakers so people could get to know them better. All the speakers did it for free, so I wanted to make sure they got lots of promotion out of it as well. Number 7, I sent out reminder emails to those who had signed up the day before and the morning of, so that they all knew what was happening. So number 8, we're on the big day. So it all took part in the Facebook group in lives. I jumped on initially and did a welcome video and coaching task. And throughout the day, I did a few other bits as well, like a few other lives and challenges and things like that. Then the speakers all took it in turns during their slots. The majority of the lives were solo, so it was all relatively simple. And several of the speakers also gave away prizes during their sessions, which was a great way to encourage live attendance. So number 9 is the bit that I think was coolest of all. So obviously I had a lot of videos going up in the group. I used a tool called Repurpose.io, which I've been using for a while. It's $12 a month actually, if you just want the live version to go to videos, which I'll explain in a minute. Or I'm on the $20 a month one, and it's not locked in, so it's just a rolling monthly thing. So essentially what they do is they create workflows. So all the videos that I had in the live challenge were automatically uploaded to YouTube for me, saved as unlisted. You can choose, you can have them published if you want, but I wanted them unlisted. And then I could use them to embed into Teachable, or I could download them much easier. Facebook doesn't make it particularly easy to download videos from a group, especially if they're not yours. There is a hack, which I've put on my blog, that you can do it if you don't want to automate it. But for me, it made it so much easier just allowing it to all automatically do it in the background. And they do lots of other things as well, like you can have it so that if you do a Facebook Live, it can create an audio in SoundCloud or Libsyn, I think. Libsyn's my hosting software. They'll even create teaser videos for your Facebook Lives with subtitles. There's a WordPress plugin so that if you release a video or a podcast, it will automatically create a blog post for you in draft. There's loads of great stuff you can do with it. But that I felt was the coolest thing because it just saved me so much time and so much stress. And then finally, I closed out the day, reminded everyone of the offer if they wanted that forever access. And when it got to the deadline, the 24 hours later, I essentially just removed all the members to close the group. I also had an email that went out just reminding everybody of the key takeaways and things like that. And that was it. There's obviously a few things that I might change next time, so I plan on doing this again next year. So, for example, Facebook ads, I probably would utilise those a bit more next year. I didn't use them at all this year. I would probably have a longer lead-up time just for promotion. I would have different speakers. Like the speakers we had are amazing this year, but I would want even more new ones next year, so that there's a really nice balance and you don't get kind of repeat content. I would also look at Podia because that looks really interesting. But again, you don't need to. With all of these things, the only thing I've really paid for is Repurpose and Teachable. I pay for, but you can have a free version. So there's no reason why you can't do all of this on a really tiny budget. So essentially, I just wanted to share my experience there and encourage you, if you're thinking of doing some kind of summit, go for it. It's a fantastic way of promoting the speakers as well. I know several of the speakers have gone on to book a lot more speaking gigs afterwards, or they've made a sale, or they had more subscribers and things like that. So for me, it was a fantastic way to give back to them. I love doing it. I love getting to know our freelancers. in the community even better. And I know I had loads of bits, which you can see on the blog, lots of quotes from people who had really taken some amazing things away from it. So yeah, I just thought I would share that with you because I am not a naturally organised person, and I just wanted to show that it doesn't have to be complicated. So if you are thinking of doing it, do let me know. Come join us in the Facebook group if you haven't already. We are the Freelance Lifestylers. You can come check out the blog, freelancelifestyle.co.uk, and you can find me on Instagram, Emma Cossey, or one word, that's Cossey. Now, what to expect in the next couple of months. So I'm doing lots of batching. So the majority of July is going to be about juggling parenting and freelancing, because a lot of people are off on the summer holidays. But August is going to be all about personal and professional development. So I've got lots of content coming up for you guys. So if you're not already, make sure you're subscribed. And I would really love it if you have a minute, if you could take some time to leave me a little review. I love hearing your feedback. So even if it's not amazing feedback or there's some tips or anything, feel free to leave a review or drop me a message, because I love to hear from you all. Have a wonderful week, everyone.